It's like this denture thing, right?
Right? So she
She
had no
pulled
teeth
out-
mouth hug.
She pulled out her teeth
Nice.
and blew me away.
Wow.
And then I was like, oh, dude, I couldn't wait to go running to go tell Knoxville and the guys. I was like,
Right.
dudes, that girl. I wonder if I could say this. She didn't give me a Hummer.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was a Gummer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man, and I love that happened too.
Yeah.
And my buddies were so happy to hear my story. They tracked down a shark with no teeth to bite me in the movie, the first movie.
Right.
And that's why the first movie has a scene called the whale shark Gummer.
Right.
Yeah.
It was all in honor of that mouth hug from the toothless chick.
That's exactly right.
Wow.
Yeah, and I bet you guys thought Jackass was shallow.
Right. Yeah.
Turns out it's a lot deeper than you thought.
It's a lot more mature than I ever would have thought.
Yeah, it's intellectuous.
Right. Yes, it is. It's very intellectuous. So much so it's even got its own word for it. It's
Yeah.
awesome. Jackass is obviously great.
Sure it is. Confusing, but great.
Right. And just what a great time in TV and then later in film. I mean,
Right.
just the show, the movies, all of them just fantastic.
It's been it's unbelievable just to think that it's been since October of 2000. So
Mm-hmm.
we're creeping up on 13 years since Jackass came out.
Crazy. And before that, it was just a bunch of people screwing around, hurting themselves, and putting it on, getting it on film, right? Getting it on camera.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's
Like a bunch of skateboarders.
Sure. Skateboard videos always needed some kind of comic relief and outrageous stuff to break up the monotony of just watching skateboarding.
Right.
And I just made it my mission to be that guy in the skateboard videos.
Mhm.
And it just so happened that the skateboard videos I was contributing to,
Mhm.
the guy in charge went to Spike Jonze and he said, hey, everybody loves our videos, but nobody cares about the skateboarding.
Right.
So I think if we just take out the stupid skateboarding, then what's left over would make a great TV show.
Right.
And from those videos, once you subtracted the skateboarding, what was left over was Johnny Knoxville and me and Wee Man and Pontius. And
Right.
it was really just that simple. All I wanted was to be in skateboard videos. And next thing you know, I've got girls pulling out their teeth to impress me.
What a wild ride. No, originally it was you guys just doing these videos. I mean, were you guys in the same series of videos? So you guys all knew each other?
Sure, yeah. It was called the Big Brother videos, and Big Brother was a skateboard magazine published by Larry Flint.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost less about skateboarding than it was just about being filthy and a bad influence on children.
Right.
And I loved it. It was my favorite.
Yeah.
And Bam was making his CKY videos, and so we kind of merged camps.
Right. Yeah.
And the rest is history, man. And like you said, it's been a wild ride, man.
Yeah. And then MTV picked it up and Jackass the
Yeah,
series.
they took the skateboarding out. They made a 10-minute long video, sort of pitch reel kind of deal, and it just ignited a fire. There was a bidding war.
That's awesome.
It's funny, Knoxville says everybody was throwing nickels at each other in this bidding war.
Right.
But yeah, no, it was great, man. It was really great. And now, 13 years later, man.
Wow. Right.
It's crazy.
Do you guys have plans to do anything else? I mean, I know that the third movie was out. Has been
Sure,
out.
there's a project in the works. I can't really talk about it. It's early on. I'm not even part of it, officially at this time.
Really?
But who knows? It's possible. Perhaps likely that I'll be a part of it. But I've got other stuff keeping me busy.
Yeah, you do have other stuff going on. Steve-O is our guest, by the way. Off the Hook Comedy Club this weekend. Call them at 389-6900 or buy the tickets online at offthehookcomedy.com. But you got other stuff going on. I mean, obviously you're touring.
Yeah,
you got your stand-up thing going on. You got Killer Karaoke.
Killer Karaoke's a good time.
That is a fun show.
Yeah, the New York Times called it the greatest show in television history.
That is awesome. That's a
That's
lofty
so
position.
funny.
That's
the
great.
New York Times. It'd be one thing if there are a lot of people that could say that and you'd be like, oh, okay, but the New York Times, that really threw me for a loop.
That hits home.
And there's another TV show that's also in early stages that I'm really excited about. Man.
Yeah, what is that?
It's there's not much I can say about it, but it seems to be coming together pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. And what free
It's all
time?
these Hollywood secrets, right? You can't talk about a lot.
For sure.
Because you have to sign contracts and everything, right?
Well, no.
Confidentiality agreements?
I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah. But in what free time I do have, I've become an avid surfer, and that's
Have you really?
yeah.
Now, is this something that you've done your whole life, or this is your first time trying it? Really?
I started about a year ago.
Really?
Yeah, and I love it, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, because I mean, since you've been on the skateboarding scene, I would have figured that surfing kind of crosses over a little bit.
Sure.
That you would have tried this long before a year
Yeah,
ago.
like if I get like a, if I can have like a week off in my schedule, I just did. I bolted down to Nicaragua and surfed for
Is
a
there
week.
good surfing down there?
Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
so in my short 1 year of surfing, I've already surfed in Hawaii.
Cool.
Yeah, it's great. Hawaii, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Canada.
Wow. Canada.
Yeah, I went up
Surf
there.
on?
There's surfing in Canada?
Uh-huh.
Ice surfing?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
You
yeah.
surf with a
It was
polar
actually
bear.
below freezing outside when I was surfing.
Really?
Yeah, it's funny.
No way.
I can do it.
There's not a
Yeah.
wetsuit warm enough in the world.
Sure
that
there is, man.
Really?
Wetsuits are good. They work wonders these days.
My God.
Now I feel guilty for even talking about that. We should talk about the time when I decided to try the back door.
And we will do that. We'll try that. Here, we'll talk about Steve-O and his back door.
Backdoor shenanigans.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next here on the Freak Show. Steve-O is our guest. We'll be back next.